Good morning, everyone. My name is Gabriela Sukma Sutoro. I'm a lesson PMS 2104 from class 3. And this video was made to fulfill the English debate and critical thinking midterm test. And here I will act as the government and the opposition side for the motion. This house would let the government to fully own and manage all public transportation in Indonesia. And as the government team stand with this motion, and we think that most of the private run public transportation in Indonesia is run to make profit when it should be focused on giving people an equal service and access. And we think that if the government have fully control of the public transportation, people in all areas and all regions, would get fair and equal services. The situation right now in Indonesia is public transportation is managed by both the government and the private companies. The government held transportation like KRL, trains, and the private companies held transportation like commercial airlines, angkot, also intercity bus. The first one is access. With private companies involved, they focus on making profit, so the prices can be quite expensive, and they only care about the areas that will give them the biggest profit or more money, like big cities, while remote areas are often get ignored. And if the government has full control, those remote areas will also have the same service and can also become a priority. And then public transportation is a long-term national asset. The government can align transport development with regional infrastructure projects to help reduce traffic congestion. In contrast, the private companies only focus on short-term goals and making profit, so they don't really care about the development of the region. And I'm as the opposition team against the motion that this house would let the government fully own and manage all public transportation in Indonesia. And I think ownership is not the main issue. The real problem in Indonesia transportation system is poor management and lack of oversight. While public transportation is indeed a long-term asset, private companies can also contribute to a long-term development by bringing innovation, efficiency, and competition. Private companies are often invest in innovation like modern technology and infrastructure that are the government not prioritizing it. The first argument is inefficiency and corruption in government. The government is famous for their corruption, and here are many cases where the government misuses money meant for public development. For example, the Directorate General of Railways, or DGJKA, was suspected of corruption in building and maintaining train tracks. As a result, the money for improving services is reduced and the rest have to be used very carefully. The second one is country's innovation. If the government standardizes the system for public transportation, our country will fall behind in innovation. Private companies are often more modern. They operate very efficiently and drive innovation like digital tools for booking and payment, vehicle tracking, and services for the user's needs. And last one is differences in people's need. The private companies is actually not just focused on provide, they also understand the needs of the local community. And if the private company wants to provide transportation in areas, they will understand and think about the system and standard that will fit the local needs. If the government takes control and standardize public transportation across all the regions, it won't be effective.